everyone, it's Laura, and I hope you're all doing well. So for those of y'all who are new to my channel, I'm a registered dietitian, and I'm all about plant-based nutrition. So today I thought it would be fun to share with y'all some of the not so good things that I do, because oftentimes it's easy to only portray the good parts of yourself, to only portray the healthy things that you do. And so to kind of expose myself in a way, I don't ever want to come across as fake or not being honest or anything like that. And at the same time, I also want to show you all that even though I am insanely healthy, there are things that I do that aren't healthy, and that's okay, because no one's perfect. So if you're interested, then keep watching. So the first thing is my fingernails. So I love getting manicures. I love getting my fingernails painted, and I realize that this is just a bunch of chemicals, that it's probably not healthy, and I get the gels, so it's a insane process to get these gels off, but it lasts for 3 weeks and I absolutely love it. I love the process. I love looking down at my hands because you use your hands so much. I love my hands being pretty and feeling pretty, and I love it. And I've gone through periods of not painting my nails or getting my nails done out of health, out of, okay, this probably isn't that healthy for me. But I've recently, as in the past year, gotten back into it, and it's something that I'm just gonna be doing. And again, it's probably not healthy, it's just a bunch of chemicals, but I love it. The next thing is coffee. And so the recommendation for caffeine per day is 300 milligrams. However, I think that that recommendation is insanely flawed, because to say that 300 milligrams is a blanket statement, I'm a pretty petite little lady, so the fact that the recommendation for me is the same as a 200-pound man, I don't agree with. So I recognize that the amount of caffeine that I should consume a day is a lot less than that. I just start to feel it. But I love coffee. I have it most mornings. If I don't have coffee, I have some type of Earl Grey or black tea. However, the area that I go wrong with the coffee is I drink it throughout the entire morning. So it's not like I wake up and have a cup of coffee and I'm done. I'm drinking it up until the point that I'm having lunch. And caffeine has a half-life of 8 hours. So that means the coffee that I'm drinking at noon, half of that caffeine is still in my body at 8 p.m. And I know that that doesn't help with sleep or anything like that. And so it's something that I'm working on. I'm trying to finish my cup of coffee by 10 in the morning instead of waiting until noon. Next is Mexican food. So Mexican food for me is life. I love it. A lot of times I will cook healthy Mexican dishes and take them for lunch, because it is a cuisine that is insanely easy to make healthy options. But there are times that I just love going to Mexican restaurants. I love the chips and salsa. I love the food. I love the atmosphere. Everything about it, I just love it. And when I go out to eat at a Mexican restaurant, I don't try and be healthy. I just eat the Mexican food that I love. And so it's definitely one of my vices, but it's not something that I want to change or have any desire to change. If the majority of the time I'm eating healthy, and I go to a Mexican restaurant and have something unhealthy, I don't feel guilty about it. That is one of the biggest things I've learned from my eating disorder recovery. So I was in recovery I did outpatient for 2 years, and I've been recovered it's been 8 years since I've used behaviors, so I've been recovered for 7 years technically. And that was one of the biggest lessons I learned, is to take away the feeling of guilt when it comes to food. If you're consuming something that you love and that genuinely literally feeds your soul, and you cherish it and you love the flavors, then to also associate that with guilt are very conflicting emotions. And then that's what leads to you feeling guilty that you ate something that you loved. And so I've really learned this balance of, okay, the majority of the time I do eat really healthy, but if I go to a Mexican restaurant and want to have something unhealthy, I'm not going to feel guilty about it. Next is bad posture. So even though I do yoga, even though I'm all about holistic nutrition and a healthy lifestyle, I find myself, I'm literally like sitting like this with my shoulders just like hunched over at work. A lot of times when I'm hanging out like on the sofa or something, I'm like slouched back and things like that. But I've really noticed that when I sit up straight and my posture is good, then my back doesn't hurt. So I'm the type of person, I'm always in need for a massage. I will always accept a massage. I love massages. But I've been trying really hard to be better about my posture and making sure that I sit up straight. The thing that gets tired is my core, because to sit up straight all the time, you're really working your core, and you have to have a strong core in order to do so. But it is something that I've had my whole life. I've had bad posture my whole life, and there are situations where I sit up straight and put my shoulders back, and after I've sat there for a while, I start to feel better. My back starts to feel better. I notice that my back doesn't always hurt and things like that. But it definitely is a work in progress. So I hope this video kind of enlightened you into me and how my views on nutrition and health and wellness, and how there are things that everyone does, every single person does, that isn't the healthiest. And it's probably not the best thing for them. However, if it's something that doesn't happen every single day, if it's something, I'm not gonna go to a Mexican restaurant every single day. I don't even go to a Mexican restaurant every single week. You know, if I'm going to a Mexican restaurant every few weeks or every month or whatever it may be, then that's fine. In the grand scheme of my health and wellness, it is not gonna matter. So it's all about perspective. It's all about looking at the big picture. Instead of looking at one single tree, look at the whole forest, people. And so that's my motto. So I hope this video helped y'all out in some small way. I would love to hear some of y'all's little vices that you like to do, because I think instead of being ashamed of them, it's important to just embrace them and to accept them and to be open about them, instead of feeling like we have to portray this perfect version of ourselves online. So anyways, I hope y'all are doing well, and I'll see y'all in my next video. Bye. So I received some questions from a viewer, Kayleen. Hello, thank you for your questions. And they're all about dietetic internships and master's programs. So I thought I would make a video about it, answer them for everyone in case you have the same questions. So I'm gonna put the timestamps below to the specific questions, and let's get started.